slowly.
We too.
No, you guys seem fine, actually.
But when you talk, it's like slowly.
Really? It's worse than Skype?
The image.
It's the image.
It's the image. Okay. I see, you guys seem okay.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Well, let's,
Maybe.
how about, am I real? I can see that I look slow too.
Right, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay, but I'm going slowly. Okay. I'm nervous though. If this doesn't work, you're going to kill me.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Don't worry.
You guys are, wow, you guys are too nice. What happens, this is recording, and then it's supposed to save it, and then it would be like an interview. So
yeah.
This is what's going to be interesting. So that means I'd be on the interview. I don't like that.
No. You know what we can do? What do you think is we can try, and then you can see how the little video is.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes. So we do a small, and then you see the video, how it is.
Let's
and
do
if
that.
Okay. If no, we come back to Skype.
There we go. Go back to old Skype. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute my microphone when I'm talking to you, just so, because what Google Hangouts does is whoever's talking, the video camera automatically turns to them.
Oh,
so
okay.
I just want to make sure I don't cough and take it off of you. So what I wanted to ask then is, I kind of know now what you're going to say. So Elizabeth, do you go by Lizzie or Elizabeth?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, okay, because I saw the Lizzie. Yo te voy a preguntar en español porque, yo no sé, me siento a hablar contigo en español. Dices, es muy mal el español, entonces no entiendo por qué, pero tú me explicaste de que en el principio ustedes pensaron ser más como evangelistas y pensaron que en cuanto a la creación, que eso no tenía que ver. Quiero que me digas esa historia otra vez bueno, nosotros estuvimos muy involucrados en cuanto a evangelización y nunca pensamos que la creación tenía que ver en cuanto a evangelizar. Entonces, ¿cómo llegaron a ver que eso puede ser como that you can do it together, that one helps the other?
Yep.
So, yeah, so go ahead and I'll stop talking and you go ahead.
Yes.
Bueno, pues sigue, puedes contestar ya, pero en inglés.
No.
Yeah, in English.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Yeah, really, in the beginning, when we start to pray about to be involved in creation ministry, because we pray and fast many times during a year. But really, I thought we didn't nothing to do with the creation ministry, because my husband, he was convinced to be involved in the Christian ministry, but I wasn't. The reason it was because I told him we are not scientists. What we will do, our background, our training, and our spiritual gift are evangelism. So what we will do with creation ministry? But when we took the decision to get involved in the creation ministry, we did this step by faith. But really was during when we started, in 2004, when we started to know, to learn what the ministry is about. I realized that creation evangelism is an excellent tool to reach the people that they don't know Jesus. So for me, because of the strong area for us, for me was very important. But we learned on the way. I remember one of the points when I heard the first time was when we came to the Creation Museum and we were training. What the first time? Do you remember, Chris? When was the first time?
2004.
In 2004, we have the Creation College. So then it was the first time I heard about creation evangelism. So it's like my eyes were open. And after that, we were using, as a tool. And until now, really, the Lord can use, can use us in that way, because we use in the different environments we work. Even it's a creation camp with kids, with teenagers or young people, or we go to a church, or we present the gospel. We present the gospel with the creation teaching. So for us, it's really the Lord confirmed to us in that way, that the Lord can use us. We are not scientists, but we preach the gospel. But we preach the gospel with the creation teaching.
That's great. That's exactly, I like that story a lot. And I thought that was one of the points that I wanted to make sure we had in the video. We'll try one more question, and then I'll stop it and make sure it recorded. But I think it is. I've tried this before. I've tested it with my kids and my husband, but it's a different story when I've already used your time once before on Skype. So I know you don't have a lot of time to be guinea pigs constantly. So so the other question then, Krios, says, can you tell me about your partnership with AIG and how AIG came alongside of you? Kind of make it a short, like as short as possible. Like we were working with Canopy, and then, I think it was, you said Tim Gardner or somebody connected you.
Yeah.
And then how AIG is partnering with you right now, and how you're going to become the Peru arm of AIG, essentially.
Okay. Okay, well, Jim Gardner from Canopy Ministries, he visited my country, Trinidad and Tobago, in 2001. And at that time, I had left the missionary ship Logos 2, and my pastor knew him. My pastor invited him to come to our church. So he came the first time with Dr. Gary Parker, who's a biologist. So when he came the first time, then he came with Dr. Minton, Frank Shuren from ICR. And when Elizabeth and I got married, Jim told us, it'll be really good, but pray about it. If we can have a couple who works with Canopy Ministries in South America, in Peru. So we prayed about it, and the Lord directed us to come to Peru to start with the creation ministry here. So we were missionaries of Canopy Ministries, and Jim Gardner was our international director. So we knew also that Jim was working very closely with Answers in Genesis at that time. So after some years, we got the opportunity to visit the Creation College in 2004, and also we did online course with I think it's Roger Patterson from Answers in Genesis. So we did I can't remember the name of the course, but we did a course with them, and we learned a lot of things from that course, about apologetics, Genesis, worldviews, all those things. And in 2008, Jim, I think he recommended us to Answers in Genesis with Dr. David Crandall, because he was the person in charge of the international ministries of Answers in Genesis, and they had the ITS training, intensive training, started in 2008. So we were invited to participate in the ITS training in the Creation Museum. So we went to the training, and it was 1 week, very intensive. And after that time, we started to to work very closely with AIG. We started to get materials here, their books, the Answers in Genesis, the Lie, One Blood, all those things. So after some years, after 2008, and we had visited the United States talking to Jim, we saw that You know, like the Lord was leading us to be more involved with answers in Genesis. So, for example, last year we had the first training, the conferences for Latin pastors, and we met Jim and we spoke about the issue about we becoming answers in Genesis in Peru. But you know, but before it took some time because we saw everything was coming together, so we can be answers in Genesis in Peru. But even before that, last year, Steve Ham and Joe Owen, they visited Peru and they spent a week with us. So in that particular week, we spent some time in the office, and they were giving us a lot of information how to become, you know, like an answers in Genesis, like an extension of answers in Genesis here in Peru. A lot of how you say things we need to do. We need to speak to the lawyer. Uh, we need to have certain paperwork in place, all those things. So now we're just waiting for the confirmation from our church back home, our sending church in Trinidad, because they are very happy because one of the leaders came last year in the Creation Congress, and we had a meeting with him, with Steve Ham, with Joe, and also Alan White from Canopy Ministries. He came also. So, yeah, and also IBC Church, our pastor here, Pastor Miguel Vasquez. So we had a meeting. So everything is just you know, we just need to confirm exactly when officially will become answers in Genesis Peru.
Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm going to stop it a second. I don't know if it'll cut you off or not. If it does, I'll call you back, or I'll call you by Skype and we'll set up a new thing. Let me see what it does. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pray. When we'll do this, we'll pray. So, all right, let's see. Okay, I'll call you.